bit, but I want to thank all of you for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, the Global Supertanker. Now, while we're positioning, let me give you a little bit of a background on the Global Supertanker. I have a good friend from Boeing, a couple of good friends from Boeing here today, so I think they'll appreciate the comments, and hopefully they can talk somebody at Boeing into giving us another one. Boeing 747-400 is one of the strongest airframes and one of the most noteworthy aircraft, I think, in the aviation industry. The Boeing 747 series, the 100, 200, and 300, were absolutely incredible aircraft for transporting people and cargo. Many years ago, a decision was made to put a fire suppression system in the aircraft to fight wildfires. There were a lot of trials and tribulations and over $50 million spent getting this plan together. Once it happened, the original Boeing Supertanker was in a 747-200 and then subsequently in a 747-100, and now in the very best that Boeing has ever produced, the 747-400. Give you a little history. Now it holds 19,200 gallons of usable liquid. Whether that is a fire retardant, a fire suppressant, or an oil spill dispersant material matters not. We can lay down a line of retardant, for example, in a fire over 2 kilometers long. It is the largest, the world's largest. What you're going to see today, though, is only 1/2 of the capacity of the aircraft. We're constrained because of the airport requirements here on how much we can drop, and we didn't want to flood you all because not all of you can swim. So, what we're going to do when we come back around, we're going to drop about 9,600 gallons of water, and the airport has thanked us for going ahead and watering the infield to keep the dust down. So we will do that in just a few minutes, but understand the mission of this aircraft is far greater than just the wildfires. As I mentioned, we also are capable of doing marine fires, be they ship or an oil rig out in the Gulf of Mexico or elsewhere. We can take off from Colorado Springs and be on a fire in the Gulf of Mexico, in the middle of the Gulf of Mexico, in 3.5 hours. It takes a pumper barge about 14 hours to go the same distance out of either the Port of Galveston, Houston, or New Orleans. So we have a capability to assist on the Marines. We also have a capability with a very growing threat of rail car fires, either in high mountain passes or on railroad trestles and bridge. We can reach those very rapidly. We can be on a fire almost anywhere in Colorado in 30 to 40 minutes. We can be on a fire anywhere in the western United States in 3.5 hours or less. So this is a little bit about the speed of this aircraft, about the capacity of this aircraft, and now what I really want you to take notice of is the maneuverability of this aircraft. As you watch it come around, you'll see it make some very steep turns. That's because we fly in high mountain passes, we fly in rugged terrain, and our flight crew is used to flying at 200 feet above the tree level. For those of you that have no idea what 200 feet above the tree level looks like, I can tell you from the top down, it looks like you better have a lot of nerves. Well, our pilots are all built out of steel. So when they get off the airplane, you can remind them of what they are. Now, all of this wouldn't have been possible without two things. First and foremost, the financial support of Alterna Capital. Alterna is our financial backer, and they have put a lot into this aircraft. The second important element, and I'll talk more about Alterna a little bit later, but the second important aspect, all right, we're in the bank now, we're going to level out at about 200 feet, so I'm going to suspend this portion. Ladies and gentlemen, that was half a load.
Wow. Wow.
And now I'm going to make a competitive statement. That's about equal to what our nearest competitor does. So we do almost twice as much, not quite, but almost twice as much as our nearest competitor.